Okay, if you're not already, go ahead and go back to the attribute layer by clicking on the at button down here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and select the red wall tile just to show you. I'm gonna go over a couple of the hotkeys. I just need an example. Uh, so the first hotkey I want to go over is control. So control works the same way here that it did in many of the other layers, where if I hold control and I left click, it allows me to drag an entire like square of these tiles onto my map view. Same thing if I hold control and right click, it allows me to delete, as many as I like. Alright. The next thing to go over is shift mode. So when shift mode is off, it's going to place your attribute tiles on, think of it as like it's as like one layer, like this is like the bottom layer. And then when shift mode is on, if you select, like I'm going to select the blue wall here, it allows you to place another set of attribute tiles over top, right? So it's basically that you got two different layers to place attribute tiles on, and we'll get into some more advanced functionality with that later on in another tutorial. All right, so the next thing to know about is the Alt key. So the Alt key still works the same way as like as an eyedropper. So you got to make sure that whatever shift mode you're on, you're only going to be able to eyedropper. So if I have shift mode on, I try to left click here. Notice that I can't grab that FX tile. All right, so I have to make sure shift mode is off. Right, hold Alt and left click one of these, and it brings me right to the right of, it's going to navigate me to the FX tile, and then it's going to give me the settings of that particular tile. So notice this one is Torch 12. These are just placeholders for right now since the game is in alpha. We'll get into that later. But notice if I hold Alt, I can go through and it'll give me the exact settings for each one of those, and that allows me to just, if you've already placed something or you have something set up like a fire or any kind of particle effects or any of these other tiles, and you just were like, oh, I need those settings real quick, you can hold Alt, left click, and then grab that tile. All right, and that's pretty much it.